Hi, guys. I am at the top of page 33, and I am reading the chapter called Gender, Sex, Sexuality, Romance, Some Terms. Because language is evolving rapidly, and because different people have different preferences, always adopt the language individuals use about themselves, even if it differs from what's here. Okay, so in this chapter, we're going to learn a lot of different terms that people identify themselves by, either for their gender or sexuality or how they identify romantically. Okay, so a lot of these are really big words. And really, what I want you to get out of this chapter is just that there are lots of different identities that people identify with. Okay, and it's important to know that those are out there and to respect how people identify. Okay. So we have terms for gender and sex. Agender or nertosis doesn't identify as any gender. Adronomous identifies as a third gender that blends male and female characteristics. Bigender or gender fluid sometimes identifies as a male and sometimes identifies as a female. Cis and cisgender, the opposite of transgender. Gender matches their birth sex. So most of us in this classroom are cisgender. We identify with the way that we were born. Gender questioning, I'm at the top of page 34, is unsure about where they belong on the gender spectrum. Gender queer or non-binary, gender identity that doesn't fit neatly into male or female categories. Intersex, born with sexual anatomy, organs, or chromosomes that don't fit the typical definitions of female or male, replaces the outdated and offensive term of hermaphrodite. Trans and transgender feels their gender is different from their birth sex, whether or not they have physically changed their body or outward presentation. A transgender man is someone who currently identifies as male. A transgender woman is someone who currently identifies as female. Okay. So this would be like Samantha. Remember, Samantha is transgender, and she would be a transgender male. Okay, because she now identifies as Andrew. Okay. Terms for sexuality. Asexual, not physically attracted to anyone. Bisexual, physically attracted to both men and women. Copiosexual, doesn't feel sexual attraction but is still interested in sex. Gray sexual, mostly doesn't feel sexual attraction but does occasionally. Heterosexual, physically attracted to people of the opposite gender. Homosexual, physically attracted to people of the same gender. Pansexual, physically attracted to people across the gender spectrum. Terms for romantic inclination. Aromantic, not romantically attracted to anyone. Biromantic, romantically attracted to both men and women. Copioromantic, doesn't feel romantic attraction but is still interested in romance. Heteroromantic, romantically attracted to people of the opposite gender. Homoromantic, romantically attracted to the people of the same gender. Panromantic, romantically attracted to people across the gender spectrum. And quaromantic, doesn't understand the difference between romantic and platonic love.